Hey you guys, it's Miss Brown. I'm back this week to read you a new book. This book is called After the Fall, and it is written by Dan Stanton. And it's about how Humpty Dumpty got back up again, if you've ever heard the nursery rhyme about Humpty Dumpty. So this is a really great book. I'm excited to read it, but before we do, we're going to go over some vocabulary words. So let's see here. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, so the first word we're going to talk about is courageous. I don't know if you've ever heard somebody say courage, the word courage. So if you have courage or you are courageous, it means that you are very, very brave. Okay, so like in this picture, the girl who looks like she's a superhero, this is somebody who is courageous. Okay. The next word we're going to talk about is heights. Okay, I want you to imagine you're in the tallest building you've ever seen. Okay, so you're at the top of the building, and you look out and you can see how high you are. That is the height that you are at. So if you are at the top of the building and you look down and you feel like happy, then you are not afraid of heights. But if you are in a tall building and you look down and you are so scared, like that is scary because you're so high, then that means you are afraid of heights, okay? So our character in the book, Humpty Dumpty, is afraid of heights, okay? So what that means is that when he's on a really tall building, and in the book he's on a really tall wall, when he looks out, he gets scared because he is afraid of heights, okay? Today, what we are going to be learning is something called cause and effect, okay? So in order to have a cause and effect, something has to happen in order for something else to happen. So for example, if it rains, the effect is that flowers grow, okay? I want you to say cause and effect. Cause and effect. Good. So if it rains, that's what happens first. The result, what happens afterwards, is that flowers grow. So the first thing that happens is the cause. The second thing that happens is the effect, okay? So the first thing that happens is the cause, like the rain. The second thing happens is the effect. Flowers grow. Let's look at some more examples. So the cause is that you get a gift, okay? Let's say it's your birthday or it's Christmas or whatever holiday, and you get a gift. What do you think the effect would be? How do you think you would feel? Pretty happy, I bet, right? So the cause, the first thing that happened is that you got a gift. The effect, the second thing that happened is that you feel happy. So look at another example. The cause, you scrape your knee. You're playing outside or you're on the swing set at recess and you fall and you scrape your knee. The effect, how would you feel? Probably sad, right? Probably sad, okay? So that is what we're going to be looking at today. When we look at our story, we're going to be looking for some cause and effects, okay? Something has to happen in the story. What's the effect? How does it make Humpty Dumpty feel, or what happens in the book? Sound good? Okay. So this book is called After the Fall, right? And it's by Dan Stanton. I'm going to take the cover off so it's easier. Here we go. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I love being close to the birds. So our main character, Humpty Dumpty, he is an egg. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand, but it was just an accident. But it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. So here's our egg, and you can see he's cracked, right? He fell and he kind of broke. But the King's County Hospital, they fixed him, right? They put him back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. I want you to look at this picture. Doesn't it look silly that he's sleeping on the floor when he has a bed? I want you to think in your head, why do you think he's sleeping on the floor instead of his bed? What do you think? I bet you it's because his bed is up high, right? He fell off that wall, right? And really hurt himself. He cracked. He's an egg. He's very fragile. He cracked, right? And his bed is high up and he doesn't want to go high up, right? And I want you to look up here. All these pictures are pictures of birds, right? That's what he said he was up there to do, is look at all those birds. He loves birds. And over here, you can't really see it. The video quality isn't good, but it's a newspaper, and he made the front cover and said, famous bird watcher claims top prize. So he's famous for how much he loves birds. Let's see what happens. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things, right? He couldn't even climb up to get his favorite cereal because he didn't want to climb the ladder at the store. I want us to pause and think. We're going to talk about cause and effect. So the first thing happened, something else happened, okay? The first thing that happened, the cause, he fell off the wall. He fell off the wall. What was the effect of him falling off the wall? I'm going to help you with this one, and then you're going to give me the next one, okay? So the cause, he fell off the wall. The effect of him falling off the wall is that now he's afraid of heights, right? Now he can't climb up in his bunk bed, and he can't get his favorite cereal at the store because he's so afraid, right? Before he wasn't afraid. He fell off the wall. That was our cause, the first thing. The effect is that now he's afraid of heights. All right, I did that first one for you. I'm ready for you to do the next one. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents could happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. That is a paper airplane, my friends. A paper airplane flew above him. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day, I kept trying and trying. If my cause is that he sees a paper airplane, remember, he saw that paper airplane, he saw that idea. He saw that paper airplane idea fly by. What was the effect? I want you to think in your head. What do you think? What was the effect? Go ahead and tell somebody you're watching this video with. What do you think was the effect of him seeing that paper airplane? Yeah, the effect is that he tried to build his own. He got an idea and he tries to build his own paper airplane. Let's see what happens. Until I got it just right. Isn't that a crazy good paper airplane? That looks beautiful. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't being the same as being high up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. It was close enough. So if the cause is that he made a paper airplane, what do you think the effect is on Humpty Dumpty? What is the effect? First he made the paper airplane, and now what's the effect? How is he feeling? Good. He's feeling happy, right? So the first thing that happened, the cause, he made a paper airplane. The effect is that now he feels happy. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. His paper airplane flew over the wall. He lost it. His paper airplane flew over the wall. I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all that time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things that I had missed, and I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. The cause is that his paper airplane got stuck. I want you to tell whoever you're watching with what was the effect. His paper airplane flew over the wall. What was the effect of this? Tell whoever you're watching. Pause it if you need to. The effect is that he now had to climb the wall, or he decided that now he was going to climb the wall, right? Good job. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time, until I was no longer afraid. Look at him, he's so happy. He climbed all the way up to the top of the wall. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. He got up there, he started cracking. His whole body started cracking. What do you think is gonna happen? He hatched into a beautiful bird. And I learned how to fly. He learned how to fly, you guys. He flew off, right? So if the cause is that he climbed that wall, what was the effect? He climbed the wall and he felt happy. He wasn't afraid anymore. Do you know how scared he was when he climbed that wall? He was so scared, right? And sometimes when we do things that scare us, we're being courageous, right? We're doing something brave, something that takes courage. I want you guys to think about a time, okay? Humpty, he climbed that wall after he fell off and he was very scared. I want you to think about a time that you felt like you had to do something brave, okay? What is a time that you felt courageous? Go ahead and put it in your journal, and the prompts are down below on the website. Thank you guys. I'll see you next week.